Welcome to our annual Candlelight ceremony at the Circle of Healing and Hope, which is actually much closer to the hospital to stay dry today. I'm so glad that we can be together this afternoon. I'm Karen Kalman, and I work in the Foundation of CVPH. As keepers of the 102nd Angel of Hope, our little angel, we are honored to host this traditional candlelight ceremony. This is a special time for us to pay respect to our loved ones that we have lost and be thankful for the time that we were able to have with them. We are also honored to be able to memorialize hospital staff, board members, volunteers that we have lost this past year as well. We will also be recognizing the addition of 2 new pavers that will be installed in the circle this coming year. This afternoon, we will open the ceremony with a few words from Sarah Stansberry as an active member of the Clinton County Board of Realtors.
Hello, my name is Sarah Stansberry, and I'm a realtor here in Plattsburgh. I'd like to start by thanking Carrie Haley for asking me to join this afternoon. Carrie asked me to speak at this event a couple weeks ago, and my first initial reaction was yes. Absolutely. Anything this amazing woman asked me to do, I will never turn down. And then I sat down and tried to decide what to talk about. And that, my friends, was extremely difficult. I am definitely not one to be without words, but I'm usually talking about features of homes or the rising interest rates for mortgages, not writing speeches about remembering those I have lost. I'm certainly not here to try to sell you a house, but after a lot of thought, I decided my speech should be called, What Would I Wish For? I'm going to tell you a story about a strong-willed and fierce realtor that I had the privilege to know. This woman's name is Mary Fry. She was a realtor for over 20 years, and not only did Mary help hundreds of families buy and sell real estate, she left behind a legacy for our community. Mary was the founder and driving force of the Wish Fund. Hopefully, all of you are asking yourselves, what is that? What is the Wish Fund? Well, it started in 2016 when Mary was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, and the prognosis she was given wasn't good. The doctors gave her 18 months to live. If you knew Mary, you would know she was stubborn and did things on her own terms. While Mary attended her chemo treatments and radiation here at the Cancer Center, she heard about a young man that was facing his own medical challenges and heard about his wish to go see the Yankees play at Yankee Stadium. The nurses had all pitched in and bought tickets so his wish could be granted. This act of kindness sparked something in Mary and gave her a new purpose to live. She decided to create a wish-granting fund where adult patients facing a terminal diagnosis could submit a wish to be granted. In April of 2019, after 3 years of battling cancer, Mary Fry passed away. I do believe that if Mary hadn't decided to start this wish-granting program, she would have lost her battle sooner. Mary demanded, before she passed, that we continue fundraising and granting wishes to those in need. 20 people have had the opportunity to fulfill their last wishes because of one person's dying wish to help others. Are you wondering what people wish for when they don't have a lot of time left? I can tell you, they all want to leave their loved ones with good memories and stories of love and joy. We've had the opportunity to grant trips to Disney World, the Bronx Zoo, a house rental on the ocean, barbecue with friends and families, and most recently, a seasonal campsite in Peru. All of these wishes offer precious moments that will be remembered forever. As this holiday season falls upon us, and we have more time to reflect on those we have lost, take a moment and recall a memory of your loved one that brings you joy and happiness, because I promise you, that is what they would wish for. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. That was really special. Our prayer this afternoon will be led by Father William Raymer, CVPH Roman Catholic Chaplain, Elizabeth Brumfeld, Temple Beth Israel, and Tim Luoma, pastor from the First Presbyterian Church.
We come together to seek meanings beyond our limited selves. We come together to seek a spirit that binds together the scattered threads of our humanity. A thread that binds us together in sympathy, in understanding, in love. A thread that weaves the past, present, and future together and unites the fragments of our existence into a meaningful whole.
Memories. Vulnerable and hallowed are the memories of those who have died. We recall them with warmth and affection, grateful to God for the gift of their lives, for their faithful companionship, and for the cherished memories which endure. May God above comfort all who mourn. May God grant them strength to see beyond their sorrow and sustain them in their grief.
Since we have felt the sense of death, the gift of life is more a jewel, and the thread that binds us together is much more precious. And since we have gathered to honor the memory of departed friends, loved ones, and co-workers, and to recognize the ongoing thread of life that carries us into the future, let our hearts and minds and spirits be filled with gratitude for all those who give deep meaning to our lives. In the spirit of love and joy, may God's presence grace us this day. Amen.
Welcome to Cheryl Fortin, a nurse in our Occupational Health and Wellness program, who will perform Think of Me for us.
Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me once in a while. Please promise me you'll try. When you find that once again you long to take your heart back and be free. If you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me. Think of me waking, silent and resigned. Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. Recall those days, look back on all those times. Think of the things we'll never do. There will never be a day when I won't think of you. Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade. They have their season, so do we. But if you ever find a moment, stop and think of me.
Thank you. The lighting of our 4 candles, this is new this year, at the Candlelight ceremony, borrowed from the UVM Health Network, Home Health and Hospice. We now present 4 candles for you. The first candle represents our grief. The pain of losing you is intense. It reminds us of the depth of our love for you. The second represents our courage to confront our sorrow, to comfort each other, to change our lives. The third candle we light in your memory for the times we laughed, the times we cried, the times we were angry with each other, for the silly things you did, for the care and the joy you gave us. The fourth we light for our love. We light this candle that your light will always shine as we move through this winter season and share this afternoon of remembrance with our family and our friends. We cherish this special place in our hearts that will always be reserved for you. We thank you for the gift your living has brought to each of us. We love you. We remember you. Now we will begin our tradition of reading names of those who we have lost. I welcome up Carrie Haley, Michelle Senecal, Sarah Hardy, and Tom Gosrick, who will each be reading a selection.
The first readings will be of the pavers that will be installed this coming spring. We will be installing a paver for Dr. David Anderson. We will install a paver for John Batisios. And we will install a paver that will read Catherine Betts, 5/1949 to 8/12/22. Artist, friend, beloved cat mom. It's not goodbye, it's until we meet again.
The first name is Danny Adams, Dr. Leland S. Berger, Kathy Betts, Bernice Boyer, Betty Boyer, Daniel Bracy, Dorothy Brooks, Lawrence E. Cabana, Ron Coleman, William Edwards, Elia Eldridge, Valerian and Jermaine Billion, Chelsea Kinbloom.
Lori Lee Kalosky, Dinesh and Lester LeBaire, Gerald LeBaire, Janine LeBaire, Paul LeBaire, Alan LaBarge, Melissa Latinen Penfield, Felix LaRue, Donald LaValle, Irene LaValle, Jennifer LaValle, Raymond Lavoie, Teresa Lavoie, Eric Lorenz, Nicholas Lines, Jerry Joe Linney, Clayton Lombard, Vera Mannion.
I'll be reading the names of employees. Jamie Griffin, medical technologist. Patricia Babby, nurse aide. Genevieve Rock, cashier. Dorothy LeClaire, assistant charge nurse. Marilyn Ewert, LPN. Richard Ayotte Jr., preventative medicine maintenance technician. Jean Latour, RN. Carol Blaze, transport service representative. Maurice LaFountain, environmental service worker. Marilda Fanuff, environmental service worker. Joan Mitchell, patient representative. Rita Sullivan, RN. Hilda Shanley, nurse aide. Bernadette Mercer, RN. Jean Gladue, blood bank supervisor. And John Batsios, nurse traveler.
These are the following volunteers that have deceased. Joyce Channel, Sheridan Garner, Genevieve Jenny Leduc, Doris Rury, Shoshi Satloff.
Additional names that were submitted are Donald Marcoux, Donna Marcoux, Violet Marcoux, Bob Miller, Nicholas Alexander Mitsoglu, Anita O'Neill, Ellis and Lisa Patnode, Eric H. Pellerin, Kurt Prevost, Glenn Rafferty, David Paul Reuter, Jerry Reuter, Glenise Scriver, Albina St. Germain, Carlton St. Germain, Ronald St. Germain, Sharon St. Germain, Shelley and Eric Willett, Liz Verlander, Linda Beardsley, Michelle Bloom, Timothy Rabideau, Heather Rabideau, Wendy Rabideau, Lauren Ashley Van Atten.
Are there any other names that you would like to have spoken this afternoon? And now Cheryl will perform You Will Never Walk Alone.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. When you walk through a storm, keep your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be alone.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Please turn in your candle, and we invite you to take a flower, which is right over here, and place it at the angel statue on your way out. Thank you.